Beyond my dreams, but it don't mean nothing. Life's not good as it seems. Love and riches, what do they really mean? They may come and go, but you will never leave. So save your treasure. We find our pleasure. All our joy is in you. Just want more of you. So save your treasure. We find our pleasure in you. You are reward. Oh, your presence. Your presence is a gift. Your presence is a gift. I'm thankful because you're our reward. Your presence is a gift. Your presence is a gift. Ooh, God, we're desperate for you. Like we need air, like we need water, but most importantly, we need your presence. So save your treasure. We find our pleasure. All our joy is in you. At your right hand there are treasures and pleasures forevermore. So save. We find our pleasure in you. You're our reward. You are our reward. Oh, your presence. Your presence is a gift. I'm thankful because you. Oh, your presence is a gift. I give you praise because you are reward, and I'm thankful. Your presence is a gift. My hands are lifted because I give you glory, I give you honor, give you praise. Your presence in the gift is a gift. Having you, it is plenty. That simply means you're more than enough. You'll be that. You'll be. You are my reward. Your presence is a gift. I'm thankful because you're our reward. Your presence is a gift. Your presence is a gift. You're Jehovah Jireh. You're Jehovah Shammah. You're Jehovah Tiskanu. I said your presence is a gift. I thank you because of you. Your presence is a gift. Yes, it is. Your presence is a gift. Your presence is the gift that I need.
What's up, fam? What's up, fam? What's up, fam? What's up, fam? And welcome to Friday Night Live with E. Dewey Smith. Listen, friends, you have made it. We've made it all to the last Friday of April 2021. Can you believe that? Here we are, April 30th, 2021. Just about 46 more minutes in this month. We're moving into the month of May, and you're still here by the grace of God. We finished, I guess, the first third of this year, and 33% of this year is gone, and 66% is still left, and we're here. And I'm just glad to see you, and I want you to know that no matter what may not be going the way you want it to go, the very fact that you're here, it means the world to us, and we give God praise for you, and you. And we started this network 13 months ago, to be exact. The Hope TV, I thought was just something we was going to do throughout the pandemic, just stay in touch with our members of our church. And I thought it was going to be a few months at best. Here we are 13 months into the pandemic, and we've had over 130 million views of all of our shows. We have now over 30 shows on this network, and you've been so faithful, you've been so supportive. So everybody who's on Apple TV, Roku, Twitch, Amazon, Fire TV, YouTube, Facebook, IG Live, edewsmith.org, housefolkatl.org. Even now we're streaming through our West Point location. What's up to our new location, West Point, HOHWP, House of Folk, West Point. That's in the west side of Georgia. We have 3 locations now, Macon, Metro Atlanta, and West Georgia. And shout out to you guys, and also those who tune in through the Hope TV. Glad to have y'all here. Good to have so many people all over already responding. Illinois, Vala Brooks from California. Glad to have you here. I'm excited you're with us. I appreciate you being a part. Hey, it's a joy, it's a privilege, and an honor to be with you. If you've not yet downloaded my new single, Your Presence is a Gift, won't you help me do that? Try not to ask you for too much. That's right, Joe. It's the last day of April. Praise God, 2021. I need your help. We had a great report this week for radio. Good people are supporting the single on radio. I'm excited about that. And Pebble Street Records record label signed our first artist, and his first record is going to be released next Friday. So you'll hear more about that. But I want you to right now go get Your Presence is a Gift. If you've not yet downloaded it or streamed it, Your Presence is a Gift. We got some more stuff coming for you guys. It's going to blow your mind in terms of products. So I'm excited about that. Please go get it. Please, ma'am. Please, sir. Please, ma'am. Please, sir. Also, if you've not yet seen our website, the Hope TV, producers, can y'all put the website up there? I want everybody to see the website. I want you to check out our website, and that way you can download or you can stream the website and see all pertinent things on the hopetv.com. So I want to put the website up right quick. So our producers, if you can put the website, the hopetv.com, you can stream everything. So if you don't remember which websites to use, just go to the hopetv.com. You go to hopetv.com, all of our programs there, you see it. We're starting a new season that we filmed, and man, it's going to be amazing. You see all the cadre of shows there, from men, women, boys, girls, older people, younger people, children's shows, exercise 6 days a week. I do devotionals 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Coronavirus conversations, mental health called Sound Mind. We have a show called Boss Up for Business Owners. We have one for Town Hall for political activism, married couples, singles, men, financial freedom. We have one called That's Funny to Me, which is a comedy show. So we've been working over the past 13 months, and because of that, so you can go check out, look, we can see everything. You can check out everything there. So go and check it out. Go and check it out, man. It's a full-blown network. We're adding 2 more shows next week, as a matter of fact, in May. Season 4, we have a cooking show, Cooking with Keith. That's going to be on next week in May. We're excited about that. We also have another gospel music show that's going to be on. We have one called Tea and Worship, hosted by our own director of worship, Mignon Bolton, and one of our worship leaders, Corey Butts. That's on now. And so we're adding 2 more shows next month. And man, I'm just excited about it. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. That's right. Pebble Street Production. That's the record label that's releasing the music as well. You heard Your Presence is a Gift. That's my new single. My album drops the end of June, beginning of July. Next week, our first artist, Courtney Franklin, his song We Made It is going to drop next Friday. I'll play it for you next Friday so you can download it. His his album is going to drop in July and August, and then in November, the church will have released some projects through Pebble Street Records. So this year we're going to have 3 musical CDs that's going to be produced. So even in the quarantine, man, God is blessing us, and I'm thankful. Some good music that's going to be produced for you to enjoy. My own personal album, Courtney Franklin, his album, my first artist, and the House of Hope Atlanta, our music project is going to be released in November of this year. So you have 3 records, 3 albums, we call it 3 projects, 3 albums, 3 CDs that's going to be produced this year in the quarantine. And so that's through Pebble Street Records. So to God be the glory. As you can tell, I'm not trying to conceal my excitement. I'm very, very, very excited. Can't wait you guys to see the official video of Your Presence is a Gift. We just played for you, our producers. They shot me. They just played one of the performance videos of it, but we have an official video that's going to be launching in a couple of weeks, and it's going to be mind blowing. So I can't wait, man. It's so exciting. I can't wait for y'all to hear and see the official video of my first single, Your Presence is a Gift, man. I am, as my mother would say when she was alive, I'm tickled pink about the progress we're making. And God is so good, and God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. So thank y'all, everybody, for talking to me and dropping lines already. Good to see you, Tina Williams. God bless you for your support. Everybody who's already tuned in and leaving comments, God bless you, and may God keep you. You, and you. Do y'all know we're 40 minutes away from the month of May? May is the 5th month of this year. We're already in May of 2021. That's right. And, I'm not given to numerology, but I believe in the power of faith, and something in me has just been very just on fire. I got a profound sense and discernment of things that are happening. And by faith, not 5, the 5th month, 5, May, 5th month. I believe 5 is the number of grace and the number of favor. And I'm believing God for favor in May. I'm believing that God's going to hit your house with favor, hit your business with favor. I'm believing that, and I got faith in that. There's some things you've been praying for, things that have had you unhappy, that God's going to release favor in your life in this 5th month of this year. So I believe that by faith. I hope you believe that with me. And to God be. I'll say more about that in a moment. But before we get into our comedy, we got some stuff I want to talk to you about tonight in terms of social commentary. Even though things are wonderful and powerful, a lot of great things are happening. There's always unfortunately sometimes some trouble in the camp, and some things that make you say, I was listening the other day to, I missed it because we were recording, we were in production. But after President Biden's speech the other day, I understand that a senator from South Carolina made some remarks about Joe Biden's speech. And as a way of social commentary, I want to talk about that tonight. What's up, IG? What's up, IG? Good to see y'all tonight. I just want to see Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina. He made some comments. That's him. Let me say this right quick before I go further. In the history of America, we've only had 10 U.S. African American senators, U.S. senators, not state senators, U.S. senators, 10 in the history of America. Amongst those senators, of course, Senator Carol Moseley Braun, Illinois. She was one of the first ones. Senator Barack Obama was another. Senator Kamala Harris is another one. We have now it's 11. We have Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia. How many is that? So that's Senator Kyra Mosley Braun, former Senator Barack Obama, Senator former Senator Kamala Harris from California, Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia, and there's another one, Senator Tim Scott. So that's 5 of the 11 I just mentioned. We've only had 11 African American senators. Listen to me carefully. In the history of America, we've only had 11. And Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina is one of those 11 African American senators. And what is interesting, he's talked a whole lot about being pulled over by police and having to experience racism in South Carolina. As a black man in South Carolina. South Carolina is as southern as any other place in the nation. And so you have a black senator from South Carolina who's been very vocal about the mistreatment that some African Americans have faced at the hands of law enforcement, and some of even his own experiences that he's faced at the hands of law enforcement. But I want y'all to hear his statement. I want y'all to listen to this statement. He made a statement the other day about racism and African Americans in America. So I want y'all to check this out. So let's go to it right quick. I want y'all to see this and let's talk about this right quick. I want y'all to hear what he said, and y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna come back in a moment, but let's go right to Senator Tim Scott's speech. I hope that producers, do you have that video? Let me know if you have it or not, because I want y'all to hear this guy. I don't know if our producers have it or not, but I was completely.
When America comes together, we've made tremendous progress, but powerful forces want to pull us apart. 100 years ago, kids in classrooms were taught the color of their skin was their most important characteristic. And if they looked a certain way, they were inferior. Today, kids are being taught that the color of their skin defines them again. And if they look a certain way, they're an oppressor. From colleges to corporations to our culture, people are making money and gaining power by pretending we haven't made any progress at all, by doubling down on the divisions we've worked so hard to heal. You know this stuff is wrong. Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country. It's backwards to fight discrimination with different types of discrimination. And when America comes together, we've made tremendous progress, but powerful forces want to pull us apart. 100 years ago, kids in classrooms were taught the color of their skin was their most important characteristic. And if they looked a certain way, they were inferior. Today, kids are being taught that the color of their skin defines them again. And if they look a certain way, they're an oppressor. From colleges to corporations to our culture, people are making money and gaining power by pretending we haven't made any progress at all, by doubling down on the divisions we've worked so hard to heal. You know this stuff is wrong. Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country. It's backwards to fight discrimination with different types of discrimination. And it's wrong to try to use our painful past to dishonestly shut down debates in the present. I'm an African American who's voted in the South my entire life. I take voting rights personally. Republicans support making it easier to vote and harder to cheat. And so do the voters. Big majorities of Americans support early voting, and big majorities support voter ID, including African Americans and Hispanics. Common sense makes common ground.
America is not a racist country. I'm trying to figure out what in the Gehenna is going on here. How can anybody with a modicum of common sense and knowledge of American history. Not the whitewash version, but authentic American. America was built on racism. America's infancy was rooted in racism. From the Pilgrims' mistreatment of the Native Americans, who were already here when they came from Great Britain, to America's almost deification and hero worship of Christopher Columbus, who was amongst the most wicked and brutal and most savage, animalistic human beings to ever walk on the face of the earth. And we have a day called Columbus Day for all of the evil, debauchery committed at the hands of Christopher Columbus, who never discovered America. America didn't need discovering. Native Americans were already here. And you study his history, and yet we deify this savage. The entire country, the economy was built on the backs of slaves. Most of our buildings in DC, this country was built enslaved people. Before the textile industry, the cotton and the wool industry. I mean, railroads, all of that was built by African American, by slaves. The U.S. Constitution mandated that African Americans would just be considered 3/5 of human beings for voting rights. When you look at the marginalization, the disenfranchisement from slavery to sharecropping to Jim Crow, Plessy versus Ferguson, Brown versus the Board of Education. When blacks have fought in every war that America has ever participated in, and yet at the same time fighting in Vietnam and Korea, World War I and II, American revolutions and British revolutions, but still not. America fought for freedom while enslaving African Americans. And even to this day, voter suppression is happening all over this world. And this dude has the nerve and the audacity and the unmitigated gall to say that America is not a racist country. When the former president just called African countries S-holes, when travel bans were placed on nations where brown and black people to prevent them from coming to this country. How can anybody ever make such a dishonest and a downright evil misrepresentation of what this nation stood for? And they're literally trying to whitewash history. Not even, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but even with this insurrection that took place, with these terrorists that overtook the Capitol, they're trying to say it was not terrorism. They were just angry people. They're heroes and they're patriots. I don't know if you listen to the language, they're just angry and nobody causing the harm. Something we all saw with our eyes, and Tim Scott and his others are really trying to diminish, like we didn't see a police officer killed. How can you say America is not racist when all of the killings we've seen, from George Floyd to Ahmaud Arbery to Breonna Taylor to Sandra Bland to Tamir Rice to Trayvon Martin, I mean, and even the ones we've seen most recently, even in Minnesota. We got a hashtag for so many names. When you look at redlining, when you look at the school districts, when the north side, the northern portions of our town get the resources. When you look at the new Jim Crow, Michelle Alexander calls it in the book, the whole prison industrial complex. When you look at how African Americans are victimized by the criminal justice system, how can you say that there is no? Listen to me, man. I just saw that, and I want to say a word. It's terrible when a black man from South Carolina, now we can all disagree politically, because politics, they're just that, politics. And in many instances, sometimes it's just the lesser of two evils. I think our faith has to be ultimately in Jesus, because both parties, there's no perfection in either one of them. But at the same time, at least don't get in our face and crap in our face and call it whipped cream and chocolate that you put on our faces. Um, I just want to make sure that we're clear. Do not let them, even with this 1619 project, they're trying to not teach about racism and critical race theory, and they're really trying to make American history to be dishonest. Well, you got even people like um, uh, what's his name, the the brain surgeon. I can't think of his name right now, because you know what I'm talking about, in the president's cabinet, Ben Carson. When they try to, even make it appear literally as if slavery was a blessing for black people. We haven't had the right to vote for a little over 55 years. And you got the nerve to say America's not a racist country? Family, no matter what side of the political spectrum you are, I think sometimes we got to fight to find ways to bring the parties together to make sense for people. But that was heinous and so incredibly dishonest that it literally made my stomach turn. Um, America was built on racism. And anybody who tried to deny that reality, and then he said they try to bring up our painful past. He doesn't even want to acknowledge. My question is, are you saying that America was never racist? Or what are you saying? Or not racist now? Because you say our painful past. What are you trying to say? I just, listen, family, we need to watch as well as pray. Because there are some people in this country who are fighting for political expediency and a political agenda. And that was painful to watch. I had to talk about it. I had to talk about it. But that dude there may as well change his name to Donald Trump III or Lindsey Graham Jr., because that's the representative of South Carolina. Painful to say the least. And I just want to hit on that. So we have not yet overcome. We've not yet arrived. Racism is still a part of America, the fabric of America. And for a U.S. senator to, out of his mouth, spew such pusillanimous words is sickening. And it's repulsive, and it's disgusting, and so dishonest. Such a dishonest diatribe. And so don't go to sleep don't go to sleep in Zion. Don't be at ease in Zion. That was terrible. I had to talk about it and bring some awareness for those who didn't hear that. That was disgusting and sickening, to say the least. And so let's be engaged in the political process. But that was absolutely disgusting. All right. Now, while I'm on that, I want to have another conversation right quick that's very important. I hit on it a couple weeks ago, but I need to revisit it. There's still a lot of conversation. We're talking about racism in America, and I just mentioned how African Americans are disproportionately affected and marginalized and disenfranchised, literally at every negative, almost in every category where there's some type of blight or societal ill. African Americans, we're at the bottom of the class. Health disparities, finances, education, entrepreneurship, you look at it in some way. And even in terms of what's happening now with COVID-19. COVID-19 wreaked destruction in the African American community like we've never seen. It was so bad. I had a meeting this morning and a conference this morning with one of our local funeral homes, and to pour into the funeral staff, and to see how completely overwhelmed the funeral directors were, filled with depression. They said, Pastor, COVID has just, I never thought about how funeral directors and funeral home staff, those who work at funeral homes, can be overwhelmed and burdened by what's happening in terms of deaths, the regular deaths. And we spent a great deal of time, even this morning, just trying to pour into the staff this morning and listen to them. You could hear the pain. It is amazing. And it has affected us in so many ways, our community. Most of the deaths have been our people. And I think that's one reason why a lot didn't happen initially to stave off coronavirus. And vaccines have been, developed. Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson and Johnson. Yeah, that's right, you Norman. All our skin folk ain't our kin folks. And people, there's a major divide in the African American community, and I want to talk about it over where to take, whether we should take this vaccine or not. I was talking to my son Kamari, who is finishing up his sophomore year at Morehouse, and he's getting ready to, he's entered his junior year. So he missed half his freshman year, missed all of his sophomore year on campus because of COVID. And as they're talking about going back in the fall, Morehouse has now mandated that all staff and students who come back in the fall have to first be vaccinated. And my son is a sophomore in college. You know how 19 and 20 years or 19 and 20-year-olds are, particularly at HBCUs. They're not trying to listen to any vaccine. They're full of righteous indignation and full of skepticism and black power and distrust of the government, and the Tuskegee experiment. And we don't know what's happening, and, all types of conspiracies about whether or not, this is something Bill Gates is doing, if it's the mark of the beast, if it's something dealing with the cell phone, the G5 tower. So a whole lot of commentary. And a few other schools have already announced that they will have their students that have to take the vaccination before they come back in the fall. And in the African American community, we've been very, very skeptical and had some serious conversations about whether to take the COVID-19 vaccination. Now, this is interesting. I want to talk about it because we just had a partnership with Walgreens. We have a partnership with Walgreens. Walgreens comes to our Atlanta campus and is doing counseling about the COVID vaccination, and also whether or not to offer it to people who want to get it. And a lot of people are skeptical. Is a real divide about whether to take this piece. I've not tried to push it on people because I want people to make their own decisions. I want people to take the vaccine, and 10 years past something happen, and you told me to do it. I think it's kind of personal. But I've had a few conversations with people who wonder, why should the church be partnering with pharmacies that offer COVID-19 vaccinations? And people ask me, well, what are your thoughts on this? Should I get the vaccine? Should I not? Well, let me just share with you where I am about this. They say about 600,000 people have died from COVID. I'm also talking to some medical examiners and people in the medical industry, and they're saying that these numbers are not accurate, and that certain states have suppressed, like Florida, other states, that they stopped discounting some of these numbers months ago. So we really don't know how many people have died of COVID-19. The other side of this spectrum, they were saying that when people died, that they would just automatically assign it to COVID, even if it was something else. But most of the people who I've talked to in the medical industry, they said, and even funeral directors, they've said, man, that literally everybody that comes in there who's dying, maybe 80% of their deaths are COVID related. And I'm concerned about how COVID has affected our economies, our mental health. Suicide rates have increased through the roof. People who need therapy and psychological help, 4,000%. Churches not meeting, having funerals by Zoom. And even as the country is opening up, many churches made a wise decision to do public safety. Many of our children are struggling in schools. Teachers weren't prepared for this. Parents weren't prepared for it. This digital divide, and kids who don't have Wi-Fi, and internet access. A lot of these things, kids been at home while their parents have to go to work, you know, and so you have, you know, a lot of situations, truancy. It's now virtual truancy where kids not going to school. And so people are asking me, well, should you take this vaccine? Kamara's like, don't take the vaccine, Dad. I want you to take it. Don't take it. It's the government. And you know what they did in Tuskegee. Well, let me say this. The government is something that we can't, you know, I understand why we have suspicion of the government. But I also don't think that this is the same piece as the Tuskegee experiment. The thing that gets me here is that the numbers of Caucasian people who are coming to African American communities to get the vaccination, that tells me something. White folks don't run to black communities to get shots for nothing. That's going to be detrimental to them. And I really believe that our skepticism is being used against us. So should you take the vaccine? That's a decision that you got to make for yourself. What I will say to you is this: we cannot go another year with 600,000 deaths. People say, well, just teach people how to build their immune system up. We should. Teach people how to wash their hands. We can. Wear a mask, and we can. But with all that, the way this whole thing was politicized, we cannot go another year with 600 more thousand deaths. So I think that there's a degree of ignorance and suspicion that's been used against us. Me personally, I took the vaccine, and I took it because I thought, what are the options? I took it because I had to trust. We get vaccines for measles and for mumps and chickenpox and rubella, and you know, we take our kids; they have to get shots to go to school and immunization records. And I just believe that this is a global pandemic, and I don't believe that this is the government trying to eliminate all black folks. I just don't believe that in this particular instance. And for me, it's about what can prolong life. So our church is partnered with Walgreens, not because we get a dime from Walgreens, not because it's money related, but because people who want to get the vaccine and can't get it otherwise, who want to get it because they have been saying there's a stronger chance that if you get the vaccination that you probably won't die from COVID. Now, a little bit of ambiguity whether you can contract COVID once you had the vaccination. Now they're saying we have to get a vaccine shot every year like the flu shot. But my point is this: we cannot go another year like this. Right now, we don't have much options. And I just think it's the lesser of two evils. And for me, whatever's going to extend and prolong life is something I think African Americans should consider. I was talking to my son Kamari. He's like, "Well, Dad, what happens if you grow 3 hands in 10 years because you took this vaccine?" And my response to him was, "Well, if I grow 3 hands in 10 years, at least I'll be alive to know I got 3 hands." Yeah, and you're right, Duana. There is a whole lot of good to see you, Pastor Carol Simpson. I love you, Las Vegas. Her and Pastor Simpsons, the Simpsons out Shekinah Glory. My son and daughter in ministry out in Las Vegas. Shekinah Glory Ministries there. Thank you for blessing me today too. Thank you for the seed you sowed today, Pastor Carol Nixon and Simpson out in Las Vegas. There's a bit of that. Here's my thing. I would rather have 3 hands in 10 years and have surgery to get one taken off than to be dead in 10 months. I've buried too many people. And I just believe the Human Subjects Act is legally in place to prevent another thing. That's exactly right. I don't think this is Tuskegee again. I do think the vaccine came about. I don't believe this is Tuskegee. I don't believe the vaccine is a plot to harm black folks. I just don't believe that. Do I trust the government in generally that have our best interests at heart? Absolutely not. But I do not believe that this is another Tuskegee experiment. And so I would rather have 3 hands in 10 years. I would rather have 3 hands in 10 years than to be 6 feet under in 6 months. And I really believe I want to get back to a sense of normalcy. I want to be able to gather back and worship in church And if this vaccine prolongs life, whatever prolongs life, whatever can prevent death, which one is more likely to prevent 600,000 Americans from dying? Not taking the vaccine or taking it. And for me, I made the decision, that I want to live. I want to get back to worship. That was for me. I can't put it on everybody else. That was for E. Dewey Smith. Everybody has to live out their own conviction. And the doc, we got a cap on the line, but he's foolish on IG. So for me, I think it's more preferable for me if we can get our older people vaccinated. If it's more likely that the vaccine is going to prevent death. So that's why we're partnering with Walgreens here in Atlanta. And for people who want to get the vaccine, they can come get it. Now, I'm not going to push people to get it. And, I'm just going to let you know I did get it and my reasons for getting it. But you got to work out your own decision. And if you want to get it, you've done your own research, you can come to the church and have it done. And, yeah. And that's a great question. Prophet Thomas says, we have to ask ourselves the question on IG, will more people die from COVID or the vaccine? That's a great question. Will more people die from COVID-19 or the vaccine? That's what, same thing I'm saying. Which one is more likely to prolong life? Taking it or not taking it? If we don't take it, what is your option? And I think a lot of people who say, I'm not taking it, a lot of those people have not had to deal with death like I have. They haven't had to bury colleague and friend and church members. So they feel if you're not affected by it, if you're not immunocompromised, then it's more likely for you to sit back and yell the cuts out. We can do this, do that. Well, I'm in good shape. Same with me, Ron, Dr. Lester. I took the vaccine and I had no issues. Both doses, I had no issues with it. Sometimes people say make them sick on the second one. So a lot of this is uncertain. But I feel more certain with medicine, with science, that whichever one causes the least amount of deaths, whichever one that can prolong life, I took it. I took my family and I was sick with it and rough, and they all had to take care of each other. But my daughter got them out of it. Okay, yeah, thanks, Springer. So for me, Derek says I think it's a ploy. Because their only shot lasts for 6 months. After 6 months, they have what they're going to try to give you. Again, somebody says a ploy. You got to make up your own mind. I can't speak for you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm fully vaccinated. And I think Eddie Southern said he's fully vaccinated, no side effects with either dose. I mean, they're saying some few people had clotting with the Johnson & Johnson. A lot of people who taken the Moderna and Pfizer, the second dose, they said it made them sick. Some people took the first shot, said it made them sick and lethargic and lazy. And they're trying to say now that if a person got sick, it's probably likely that they had COVID and didn't know it. So that's a bit of inconclusivity and ambiguity and uncertainty around it. But through faith, I believe, just like I would if I take a headache. Just like if somebody's sick and they say, take chemotherapy or radiation, or go to a doctor and have your tooth extracted. I have faith in God, but I also believe that having a root canal and having your wisdom teeth removed can cause the least amount of pain. I also believe that if you have high blood pressure, you can take high blood pressure medication to regulate it, to prolong life. And I also believe that people who have kidney failure, they can also go get on dialysis machines as soon as I. Which one prolongs? If my kidneys have failed, I'm in renal failure. Which one prolongs life? Not getting on a dialysis machine or get on a dialysis machine and go in a couple of weeks until you can get a transplant or something. So for me, whichever one prolongs life. What's certain is, that's good, Ronald Bo Parker. What is certain is that COVID has caused most of the deaths. So I just want to, that's my personal opinion. Again, because it's such a touchy subject, I won't, I think we need to get information and not be ignorant and not be fooled by our own preconceived notions and the history. I'm fully vaccinated and I got mildly sick after the second shot, but it don't affect me for one day. I feel better after I took it. For me, I took both. I had no complications at all. Almost a little too much guessing for me, Pastor. A Tucker says too much guessing for me. I understand, but I get you what you said on IG. A Tucker sings says too much guessing for him. I get it. The problem with that for me, though, bro, Tucker is this: what is your alternative? So a lot of people who say we're not going to take it, I'm not taking too much guessing, uncertain, it's a Tuskegee. I get it. That's your right. But what's the alternative? Another year like this, stuck in the house, 600 more thousand deaths. What is the alternative for not taking it? So, you know, Carol Simpson says, my mom used everything. She's 77. I heard my dad took the vaccine first in the family and came through. You know, thank you, Pastor Sam. So what's the alternative? That's my question. If you don't take it, what's the alternative? Antoinette, I got both my shots, and my arm was a little sore. Put alcohol on it, went to bed, woke up, everything. Second shot was not. I mean, it's just, I took the Moderna. I got the Moderna vaccine, and for me, I had no issues at all. My arm was a little sore. I got both of them on my left arm. My arm was a little sore that first day. Just looked like you had a regular shot with it. I had no sniffles, no nothing. So I got Moderna, and I feel fine. You know, Eden Moss says I waited 5 hours to get my elderly parents vaccinated. 1,000 plus. I don't care. Think about 1,900 people drop dead at bus stops. That's true. 100 years ago, people dropped dead of the Spanish flu. I don't know. I respect people's rights. Those who say I'm not taking it, too much guessing, that's good. You got a right to do it. I just don't know what your alternative is. You know, a lot of people, something's got to be done. You know, so when people come at, I'm not taking it, too much guessing. As I told my son, what if you have 3 arms in 10 years? At least I'll be alive to know I got 3 arms. 600,000 people don't have a testimony in America alone, minimum. And if I got 3 arms, I can get surgery to get the 3rd one removed. He said, well, Dad, what in 10 years you have 3 arms? Well, that's 1 for the Father, 1 for the Son, 1 for the Holy Ghost. So, well, Dad, it's messing, what if it messes with your ability, what if it messes with a man's ability to have kids? I don't want no more of them no way. So what's the difference, right? So, we pick and choose what one, of course. That's good. Black folks trust birth control. That's good. Black folks trust birth control pills. Come on, 75%. 75%. That's a good point. People smoke weed. They take aspirin. You don't know where a lot of that stuff came from. So I just think for me, it was what I think is going to cause the less amount of deaths and what can help us to find a sense of normalcy as soon as possible. So for me, I made the decision to take the vaccine. I'm glad I did. If 10 years I have 3 arms, then I'm going to change my name from E. Dewey Smith to E. Octopus Smith. And I just, with my hands lifted up, all 3 of them, and my mouth filled with praise, I just clap your hands. I just clap all 3 of them. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So I'm just, for me, I'm just speaking for me. It's about what's going to help us live. And we've had too many people to die. And it's been painful. We can't have another year of loss like this. Because I'm telling you, if we go another year like this past year, and I'm concerned we may never get some students back. I'm concerned about the students who are not going to school at all, who are not going to college, and those who just completely fill out because this virtual learning is not. We don't think about it. We think about the vaccine, but how is this affecting kids who are already on the margins? I mean, in the county where I live, where my church is, DeKalb County, Georgia, we've struggled with 50% graduation for black males for the past. We do good. We get 50% of our black boys to graduate from high school. That's before COVID. What's going to happen to them in standardized tests and them getting behind in the educational system? What's going to happen? So I know you say I'm not going to take it, but what happens if we go another year like this? What's the alternative? All right, I'm going to move on. All right? I'm going to move on from that. We just trying to save lives. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to save lives. And if I have 3 arms in 10 years, he was a one-eyed, one-horn, 3-armed people preacher. I have 3 arms. And, there's both for me to love, right? So that's how I look at it. So we struggle with that. And I don't think we think about how this affects our community. our elderly people who ain't seen their kids in a year in nursing homes? What are we gonna do about people who in the funeral, who in the ICU and can't see their family? What have y'all thought about that? You know, if we do not do something, can we go another year like this? So Jonathan says he knows kid 16 try to yeah, it is completely, it's giving us all PTSD, post traumatic stress syndrome. And I'm just concerned, right? So with all that being said, I hope y'all got it. So for me, I took the vaccine. We're partnered with Walgreens, not because I'm Uncle Tom, not because I'm Tim Scott, not because we're getting paid to do it. It's a free service because what we're trying to do, we're trying to offer people who want to take it because they think that's the best thing to keep them alive. We want to offer it to them. It's just like salvation. We can't make nobody be saved. We only offer it to you. And so those who want to take it, you can come by. Those who say you're not going to take it, you're just going to wait. I'll pray God's blessings on you and hope you don't contract and hope you don't have any more deaths in your family. And because I want things to get back. I want us to be able to get back and be safe and live. So that's my perspective. All right. You watch too much cartoons in your childhood. Just make up something on top of your head. You know, why do I have capitals on the doc? You a capital. Please get off my line with all that foolishness. That was a song. One eye, one home, flying purple people. I didn't make that song up. That's a real song. I know you're a young rookie, you don't know that. That's a real song. The three arm, yeah, be the three arm you do it. I'm serious. I hold my Bible with one, I hold a microphone with the other, and hold my sermon notes with the other. All right, so yeah, so let's come out with a new line of shirt, sport coats with a third sleeve. Yeah, I mean, I live my life, and if I can live most of my life with two arms and close out the last chapter with three, there's more people to love. If I got three arms, another hand, then that means I can hold three donuts instead of two. Three arms, I mean I can hold my drink in one, the fork in one, and the knife in the other. So that's how I look at it. All right. Three arms will help you lift three boxes. That is, hey, Pastor Jeff in front of the row, our outreach pastor. So again, love you, Pastor Jeff. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I just want to give clarity. For me, I think it's, for me, my personal conviction was what causes the least amount of deaths and what can prolong life. And that's why I took it. And that's why we're partnering with Walgreens. So for those who want to get it, so those who ask me, what do you think about it? Do I trust it totally? Totally. Do I have any concerns? You know, is that uncertainty? Absolutely. But what is certain? What's uncertain. Here's what's uncertain. Will I get sick in 10 years if I take it? That's uncertain. But what is certain is what happens if I don't take it. We see what's certain if you don't take it. Okay. The uncertainty is maybe how it would affect us long term. That's uncertain. But what is certain, without a vaccine, 600,000 black folks dead, most of which are black. That's certain. So while we're trying to argue whether we don't know what's going to happen, what's right, what is certain if you don't take it, more people are going to die. That's certain. So that's without question. All right. All right. Let me keep going. All right. Y'all ready? Now let's go to our 5 funny videos. Y'all ready? Let's go to our 5 funny videos a week. Let's go to our 5 funny. If you put that screen up, our 5 funny videos a week. Y'all ready? Our top 5 funny videos a week. I don't know what they sent in, and but let's go to our top 5 funniest videos a week, and we're gonna laugh. We're gonna cut out. All right. Let's go. Top 5 funny videos a week. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. That's all right. God bless you. God bless you, family. May the good Lord be with you to strengthen and empower you. All right. That's all right. God bless you. God bless you, family. May the good Lord be with you to strengthen and empower you. All right. That's all right. God bless you. God God bless you, family. May the good Lord be with you to strengthen and empower you.
I bet he didn't take the vaccine. What in the see? That's what will happen to you if your ACL and your ankle gets coronavirus. That's the danger of not getting the vaccine. When your right leg gets, play it one more time. I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see. Look at his leg.
All right. That's all right. God bless you. God bless you, family. May the good Lord be with you to strengthen and empower you.
First of all, let me shout whoever that was on the microphone, the pastor, whoever it was. I don't know how he kept his cool. All right. It's a good Lord bless. I would have been on the floor, dying. I mean, what he thought? Oh, Peter, don't be afraid. What, he wade in the water? What was he trying to do? Trying to take out what? Is he just goofy? I mean, what happened? Shout out to the pastor. Because the pastor got to be very, very goofy or a nerd. Because he not from the pastor can't be from the streets. Because if you're from the streets, you would have had to say something right there. You got to dig right there. You can't let that happen. That moment right there. All right, family. God bless you. Shout out to him because he's much better than I am. Because I would have had to say something. That dude fell down every one of those steps. We saying we're climbing Jacob's ladder. Every round goes higher and higher. What's the opposite of Jacob's ladder? It's when your ACL gets the coronavirus. And if you don't, the angel must have been lifting him because Ray Drew says he fell in slow motion. My goodness, God bless his heart. Listen, y'all, whatever you do, that's what it was. OP, don't be afraid. I said, skip to the. Oh, he died, boy. I tell you what, if he was a member of that church, he should have resigned his membership. I don't know if it was a preacher. What is he doing? Because it didn't look like, I don't know what. It didn't like he missed a step. It like he just, what was he doing? What was he looking at? Play it one more time. I want to see what he looked. Because it looks like was his shoes too slippery? Because it looked.
All right. That's all right. God bless you. God bless you, family. May the good Lord be with you to strengthen and empower you.
Yeah, he missed that step. Y'all see it? Play one more time. I'm gonna play one more time. Ray, I think he missed that first step.
All right. That's all right. God bless you. God bless you, family. May the good Lord be with you to strengthen and empower you.
Every one of them. God bless him. I don't know. All right, let's go number 4. Let's go number 4 right quick. Let's go to the 4. That was number 5. Let's go to number 4. What's the 4th funniest video of the week? Let's go to Play one, play one more time. Play one more time. Play it again. For those of y'all who want to know what's going on, let me tell you what that's about. I have been there, done that. Some people, when they get happy in church, and I've faced it, especially when I was younger. People get excited, but people get excited, and the person gets excited. It's almost like they have to go and just grab the preacher. I've seen them throw shoes, throw purses. I first started preaching. When I would preach, I was very, very, very energetic. Athlete, played balls. When I started preaching, I would walk the pews or get on the floor and walk the pews. And mothers of the church would come and grab you. They get excited and they get filled. And when they got the Holy Ghost, they just come and grab you. And I never shall forget, I was preaching one time in Dublin, Georgia. And I was preaching at the Sandy Forward Baptist Church. Late Pastor O.L. Morris was the pastor. I must have been 22, 23. And I was preaching. I got in the close of the sermon. I had a good voice. And I was walking on the floor and walking. And a mother, about 5'9", 280 pounds, came out that pew. I probably was weighing about 175 at the time, maybe 180. And this woman almost like she got in the 4-point stance like you used to at Georgia. And in her mind, the Holy Ghost said, "Down said hut." And with every fabric of her being, white dress, black stockings and white shoes, white stockings and black shoes, peppermint, smell like mothballs. She came and she dove into my side. It was a perfect form tackle. She had a head on this side. She had a shoulder she put right in my rib cage. I got a microphone. And she hit me with such a tenacity. I couldn't take it. I wasn't looking. And I was hollering. Boom. And she hit me and we both went down on the floor. And from that moment on, up until now, I'm very careful when I go down on that floor preaching, especially if you're preaching and hooping because I don't want that. I don't want no fullback of a mother or deaconess to come and tackle me like that woman did many years ago, almost 30 years ago, almost broke my ribs. And so what y'all saw there is a man get happy. And some of it, put it back, play it one more time. Play it one more time. And now the problem I got, what an armor bearer. What was an armor bearer? What was the assistant pastor? You can't let him grab him like that. Some people say not the Holy Spirit, it could be a demon trying to distract you. Could be. I'm not, but I've seen a lot back in the day when we had real church, that happened all the time. People come grab you, then throw. But in that instance, you can't let the man grab like in the pulpit. You're gonna have to, like he was swinging his hand trying to hit it. So that's what you need to know how to punch and do some taekwondo. Cause you just can't come grab me like in the middle of the pulpit and just push me to the floor like that. That's fighting. And they say, he all right, the sermon over with. Because what you gonna do after that point, Ray Drew? What are you gonna do when you just got lambasted in the church by a man that's shy? And this man will literally knock you on your behind while you preaching the gospel. The Bible says you're supposed to shake the dust off your feet. It didn't say you're supposed to be knocked off your feet by somebody on the Holy Ghost. So we just need to let's pray that everything was all right. But that thing blessed my life, and that reminded me of why some preachers like this. So I'm just gonna teach. I'm just gonna teach the Bible up here. Put me a lapel mic on. I ain't gonna get loud because I can't have nobody coming knocking me down in the middle while I'm preaching or my Sunday moment. So God bless that pastor. Hope he didn't tear his real boy ACL, because that dude that tore his behind up and knocked him out. Why am I laughing? It's funny. You're not funny, you Taurus. All right, let's go Let's go number 3. I'm almost finished. Let's go number 3. That's the 4th. Let's go number 3. What's the 3rd funniest video of the week? I'm almost finished, y'all. Y'all give me 3 more videos. There's people's step was order.
You ain't authorized to be going around here praying over pews and praying. You out of order. And if you'd have brought your behind. If you'd have came to the teacher, you'd know you don't do stuff that you ain't been authorized to do. You ain't authorized to be going around here praying over pews and praying. You out of order. And if you'd have brought your behind. If you'd have came to the teacher, you'd know you don't do stuff that you ain't been authorized to do.
Play one more time. Play one more time.
You ain't authorized to be going around here praying over pews and praying. You out of order. And if you'd have brought your behind. If you'd have came to the teacher, you'd know you don't do stuff that you ain't been authorized to do. You ain't authorized to be going around here praying over pews and praying. You out of order. And if you'd have brought your behind. If you'd have came to the teacher, you'd know you don't do stuff that you ain't been authorized to do.
Oh, Bishop got a whole lot of irony on that, doesn't he? Obviously, somebody has made him upset, and they're praying. I guess anointing pews before service. Evidently, they're not on the prayer ministry. So Bishop says he's trying to get somebody straight. Obviously, that I don't want y'all praying over the pews and going around touching stuff if you haven't been authorized to do it. You out of order for praying over pews, but you're not out of order for saying ASS in the middle of the sermon in the pulpit, and you're not talking about a donkey. That's just it. It just. I tell you, when you get frustrated sometime in the preaching, maybe we need the other guy to come and grab him in the middle of that sermon. Maybe that's the guy the guy should have come and grab. but obviously the bishop was upset. Somebody upset him. He cussed me for out. You know, I've used the word hell in the pulpit before. A couple of years ago, I was talking about, I took a lot of flack for it. I preached a sermon, I don't know, 2 years ago when what's my boy? He passed away, Nipsey Hussle, and I didn't know much about Nipsey Hussle, but you know, when I saw when he died and some of the stuff he did in his community as a community builder and activist, I preached a sermon. I was like, you know, it's strange how this man did more for his community. Whether you believe with his theology or not, whether he believe in Jesus, was he saved, that I don't know. But what he did, he worked in the community. He was building the community. I said, the problem with a lot of us is we preach the gospel, but we're not doing anything outside the church. I said, some things we can learn from him. I said, and people got mad. They got mad. I said, some stuff, and people say you shouldn't talk, because I said that's something we can learn from this guy. You shouldn't learn from him. He's a rap artist. We shouldn't learn anything from him. Man, he smoked weed. He cussed. And I made a point. I was preaching. I made a point. I said, well, it's funny how people say you shouldn't listen to Nipsey Hussle because he smoked weed, but some of us drink Hennessy. I said, it's funny how some of us are saying we shouldn't say positive things about this guy because he cussed in rap songs. And I said, hell, I cuss. I was saying that to try to stop demonizing people, to realize that maybe that's some things we can learn from this guy, because he was doing all kind of programs, hiring people, entrepreneurship, computer programs. A lot of us in church, we don't do nothing for the community. That was the point I was trying to make. And because I made that point, people got mad. I called the sermon the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Nipsey Hussle, trying to show how he worked in the community and he did stuff and how we got to leave our buildings and go out in the community. And man, when I tell you, they call me everything but a child of God, because I said we can learn something from this hustle. So I used that word, but I wasn't cussing at folk. I was trying to make a point to stop lifting us up and lowering other people. But that dude, that was mad. Bishop got mad, and church folks sometimes will make you mad. Boy, they'll make you mad sometimes. I'm telling you, they will make you mad. Saul persecuted the church, absolutely. So he was upset, man. So I don't know, but I just hope they got together. They don't bother no more. Cause the next thing he say, you know, that's the first thing. If you don't do that first time, the second time you come back, you and now what I don't hope. I tell some I get upset, but I ain't never used that word toward people before. But I'll tell you what would be funny. You get mad and you go straight Kurt Franklin on folks, but then it got you upset. And then we're gonna come tackle you. All right, let's go number two. Let's go number two right quick. Y'all ready number two? Let's go. Let's go number two right quick. Number two. See, that's why somebody need to get. That's why you need three arms. My son say, what happens? You take that vaccine, you get 3 arms in 10 years. Well, if the good Lord let me get this, if the good Lord allow me to go 3 arms after getting this COVID-19 vaccination, that video right there is living proof why 3 arms are useful. Not 1, not 2. But in that situation right there, you need all 3 arms. You need all 3 arms. I'm trying to figure out, what is that contraption? What in the inharmonious, incongruent, unmelodic, what? I got gas listening to that. If you got hemorrhoids, that'll make your hemorrhoids act up. That was like using the bathroom and nobody and you doing the number 2 only to discover you ain't got no tissue in the house. Say houseway. What? But they look like they were gonna kill. They look like they stylish, and they look like, they like they got, so a presence about themselves. I'm for real. When I heard it the first time, I sharted. That made me shart right there when I heard it. Play one more time. Play one more time. Shut that fuck! Shut it now! Stop! Are they finished? Ray Drew said, man trying to preach behind that. That right there. Whew. Whew. What that man at the tackle to preach you when you need it? So that's the thing. That's when you need to tackle and deacon. That's why I understand why you tackle a man when a man preaching the gospel. But then you got these people giving gastrointestinitis to everybody in the sanctuary through the brutality of their vocal inclinations. And nobody come and grab and knock them down. Make you throw up in your mouth, don't it? The doctor said it needs some milk. Oh, I tell you, COVID got us all messed up. Woo. All right, y'all. I got one more to show y'all. Y'all fun. This is just a rehearsal. This is just a rehearsal. I'm gonna really sing. That's Willie Neal Johnson, gospel keynote. That's what they needed, some rehearsal. They need some rehearsal. They need the rehearsal, Vacation Bible School, Sunday School, BTU, YPD, the Fifth Sunday Association Congress, the convention, and the convocation. They needed all that. Oh, my SWV, sister without voice. SWV, sister without voice. Now you got in vogue and you got in rogue. You got Destiny's Child, you got Distress's Children. You got the five blind boys of Alabama, and you got the 3 no singing mice. All right, y'all. Let me get to y'all ready. I thought I was funny. I thought I was there. Y'all ready? Music, police needs call. They need It's just tough, boy. And it's hard to sing off key too. So I don't know what was happening. But it must be COVID, boy. Must have rehearsal not gonna fix it. No rehearsal. They need to review. I just hope nobody had to preach behind that. I just hope. Ray Drew, that's a good point. I just hope no sermon had to come behind that, because that right there, they needed some milk. Something was wrong. I don't know what that was. They were very emotional, hormonal. I don't know what that was. I don't know. They had excrement that's supposed to come out that's out the bottom end. The excrement was coming out the top end. Man, they didn't throw the microphones away. All right, let's go. Y'all ready? So my TLC totally lost code. Totally lost code. Oh God, that's funny, boy. Don't go chasing waterfalls. No, don't go chasing microphones. Stick to the rivers and the lake that you're used to. Yes, that's what you need to do. Don't go chasing microphones. Stick to the usher board and the picnic committee. I know you won't have it your way at all, but we think you need to be teaching in the prison ministry. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Don't go chasing microphones. Stick to the picnic committee and the cleanup outside. Yeah, that what y'all need to do. And the next time they go to a program or concert and want to go on the program, back in the old day, you went to concerts, you had to sign up, put your name on for the A and B selection. Whoever keeping that list of the group, when they walk up, hail to the now, now. They do straight Bishop Bullwinkle on them. Now stick to the picnic committee. All right, y'all ready? All right. You don't need to drink that special kind of Kool-Aid. Y'all they need the prayer meeting. They need it. Yeah, just stay in your lane. Y'all ready? Here we go off the top. Y'all ready? Yeah. Lord, what in the world was that? I mean, he's short again. All right, y'all ready? All right, here's the funny video of the week, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all ready? Here's number 1. This thing was funny too. Thank y'all for sending the videos in. I didn't know what they were gonna play tonight with videos, but y'all sent so many in. Here's the last one. I'm gonna let y'all go. Number 1. Number 1 video of the week.
What's wrong?
No.
You okay?
No.
You're not okay?
No.
You want a snack?
Yes.
Food?
Yes.
You okay?
Yeah, I did.
You fine?
Yes.
What's wrong?
No.
You okay?
No.
You're not okay?
No.
You want a snack?
Yes.
Food?
Yes.
You okay?
Yeah, I did.
You fine?
Yes.
What's wrong?
No.
You okay?
No.
You're not okay?
No.
You want a snack?
Yes.
Food?
Yes.
You okay?
Yeah, I did.
You fine?
Yes.
What's wrong?
No.
You okay?
No.
not okay?
No.
You want a snack?
Yes.
Food?
Yes.
You okay?
Yeah, I
You fine?
did. Yes.
Fellas, just in case you've been having problems trying to figure her out, that video right there, that video is going to save your life. You're trying to figure out what's wrong. Is it hormonal? Is she just tripping? Is it menopause? You're trying to figure out why she act like this. That video, if you get that gist of that video, see what happened was the three the don't the TLC TLC they didn't get no snack, and that's the danger of what happens when you don't give them a snack. The lack of snacks make them think they're soloists. And all you got to do is realize if you feed them, all the attitude gonna be gone. Y'all see that? I'm gonna play it one more time. I'm gonna let y'all go. This is the last
What's
time.
wrong?
No.
You okay?
No.
You're not okay?
No.
You want a snack?
Yes.
Food?
Yes.
You okay?
Yeah, I did.
You fine?
Yes.
That's so right. Ray said it's a setup. The next question is even tougher. What do you want to eat? Now that's the problem. And you're right, Ray. Because once you say you want to eat, now you ask what you want to eat. Now that's a whole nother. And see, if we get the snacks right, getting the snacks right will prevent the solo attempt. So the best way to do it, gentlemen, give her a snack. And when she say, I want to eat, and she asks you what you want to eat, just say whatever you want. Don't make no suggestions. Because whatever suggestion you make, she going to change anyway. So just go ahead and cut through the chase. Let her get a snack, and whatever she says she want to eat, just oblige her. It'll save you a long time. Or if that don't work, call the tackling deacon to come and tackle us. So she said, let the deacon come tackle her and shut up. And hopefully maybe he'll part your vocal cords. All right? Y'all ready? I love y'all so much. I hope y'all had a good time tonight. We made it to now. We're May 1st. If you Eastern Standard Time, we made it. Y'all go to church on Sunday. You're invited to watch our service on Sunday. We got a powerful service on Sunday. Hope y'all are blessed by it. But we're May 1st, y'all. Eastern Standard Time. We've made it to May 1st. Hope y'all are blessed. And I'm gonna leave y'all with a word. It's been in my spirit for really the last 2 weeks. I don't do this in this form too often. I do it in church. And I'm gonna let y'all go. God can give you some snacks, but don't go sing the microphone. But on a serious note, I want you to hear this. I don't do this often, but I want you to hear what I'm saying because it's heavy on me. From May 1st to December 31st of 2021, starting today to December 31st, it's going to be an unprecedented season of supernatural increase and supernatural debt cancellations for some of you who are watching. All the stuff you've gone through, God will give you some snacks. He's going to send a tackling deacon to tackle everybody that's trying to come your way. You listen to me? He's going to make sure you stay in your lane, that you don't get the microphone when you don't need it. He'll give you 3 hands if you need it to eliminate them. He's going to protect you. But seriously, starting today to December 31st, I want you to release your faith to believe it's going to be an unprecedented season of supernatural increase and or supernatural debt cancellations. I don't play with this. It's coming. I want you to believe it. And it's Friday Night Live, but I can't let this go without giving y'all the word of the Lord. Been in my spirit to release on this day, and I released it today. I want to share with you. For some of us, May 1st to December 31st. I got a profound sense of what's happening. Supernatural increase and / or. That's how God showed it to me. Supernatural increase and / or. Supernatural debt cancellations coming your way. Believe that. Walk in it. In the meantime, get your snacks. If you can't carry a tuna in the bucket, join a picnic committee. As always, remember this. If you be good to God, God will be good to you. Peace.